Hello world, my name's Aaron Short. Welcome to YouTube, my new home. Can we just discuss haircuts for a second? I'm getting a bit frustrated with my hair. What are you guys doing for haircuts? Unfortunately, my last haircut was early January, and my hairdresser always tells me to cut my hair regularly. Well, of course he does, right? Because it's good for business. But I only go like when I really have to, and I think that would have been about 2 weeks ago. So I think I really have to now. Let me turn my mic up because I just realized my mic is turned down. Hello, 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 hello. Make sure I don't blow your speakers up. Watch out. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. It's better. Yeah, so some things I've noticed for you people that want to live stream on YouTube. Yesterday with Maury, by the way, thanks for tuning in. I really enjoyed yesterday's chat with Maury's music, Maury Rutch. What I realized was that sometimes you get the spinning wheel on YouTube before you go live, and it freaked me out yesterday. I thought it meant it wasn't working, but actually, I just tried it. It does work because I'm working now, right? So if you get the spinning wheel and think it's crashed, it hasn't. Just go live, you'll be fine. Famous last words. Yesterday, my computer froze completely, and the reason for that is that I was recording all day for hours. I was working on The Gambler by Kenny Rogers. Yeah, sorry, I just turned the mic up. Forgot to check the mic levels. So I want to tell you about the recording process because this has been a long time since I recorded before, and Chris has been helping me as well as my pre-producer, my vocal producer. I want to tell you all about that. But let me know about haircuts. Can anyone send a video of how to cut your own hair? Has anyone cut their own hair? And how are we going to look in a few more weeks? Pretty scruffy, I imagine. So yesterday I had Maury on. It was awesome. I got some more news on that too. Maury's Music sells Martin guitars, and May Creative won a set of strings. In fact, only 2 people entered the giveaway, so they both got a set. So next time we have a giveaway, make sure you stick around to the end. Free stuff, free stuff. So, okay, recording. Who records in here? You see, I recorded an album 10 years ago, and I don't really record much now because I play live shows all the time. And I find myself very comfortable, playing live. But once I put the headphones on and sing without a guitar, I get hi Becky. I get kind of nervous. I don't know. It's just different. Like you hear different with the headphones. You're not strumming the guitar. I think that has something to do with it. And then of course you listen back. You're very critical about what you're doing. Well, I am. And I think it can hold us back from actually recording and creating stuff. I'd rather just go live and play a song and be like, that's it, it's done. When you record, I must have spent hours doing this song. So I did one version, I sent it to Chris, and he said, oh, you're rushing it. Didn't realize I was rushing it. I always focus on the pitch. It's very important when you sing, obviously, to focus on the pitch, the meaning, but also the rhythm. Not the rhythm, but the timing. So with the Gambler, it has to kind of fit and flow nicely. So anyway, I tried it again the next day, and I think I could feel myself being more in the pocket, as they say, and I felt it was much better. So that was good. So I'm going to give you a preview of that in a minute on the stream. And remember, it's only a demo. So basically, I've got my friend Will Cragg, who's an amazing Australian guitarist. There we go. Elastic band. Yeah, I have a man bun. This awesome guitarist, Will. I used to play, been a duo with him. He used to shred on the acoustic. Great backing vocals. Great guitarist. And he offered to record the guitars. He's done like 6 tracks of guitars for this and a video. He's very efficient. I'd like to thank Will Cragg for the guitars. Then Nathan, who's a friend of mine, who does he's in a group for guitar pedals. He uses the Head Rush pedals. He's also a producer, so he's offered to produce the track. So that's really cool of him. Thank you, Nathan. I'll put links to these people when I post the video of the song. It might be about 7-10 days away. And what happened next? I did the vocals, and then Matt Cowley, who's a drummer, used to be in my band, the Blue Jacks, in London, has offered to do the drums. Now the problem is he only has 2 microphones, so we're trying to decide if that's going to work. He's done a rough version, and Nathan will decide if they're good enough. Not good enough, but if the sound is good enough. Because usually when you record drums, you have a mic on each drum, and Matt only has 2 mics, and he's recording at home. That's fair enough. I recorded at home on this. Will recorded at home in the bedroom. This isn't a high production song, but we want to make it as good as we can for the tribute, of course. So if the drums are good, hi JJ, how you doing? Did you speak to Jared today? Our friend Jared has been under the weather, so we're worried about him. He might even be in here. And when you record the drums, obviously that's hard to record drums at home, but it sounds good, and it's nice to have the old band back together, even though it's virtually back together. So hopefully they'll work out, and he can do a few more takes tomorrow and get a really good, we get good drums, bass, and guitar. And then Johan Ting, another old bandmate, is going to do the bass. He's got a rig at home to record bass. So we're going to have drums, bass, guitar, and vocals. And then I'm going to reach out to a few of my Nashville friends to see if they want to add harmonies, or, I mean, anyone can add harmonies if they want to. But I'd like to get some real, like, you know, American country singers on there. So I need harmonies. I think that's everything. I think there's a piano on there, but just playing like a dung, dung, just like an octave or something. So we can add that in production. Yep, we want everyone to be well right now, right? Even if it's not the thing, we want them to be well. You got to stay well in general, you know. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how it's going, but it's a lot of work. I forgot. It's recording music is incredibly rewarding and incredibly stressful if you're a perfectionist like me. And I know you're going to say don't be a perfectionist, but when you put stuff out, you do want it to be your best. And especially when it's a tribute to someone like Kenny Rogers, who's an amazing singer with an amazing band, with an amazing production on that song. If you haven't heard his version lately, do listen to it. It's really incredible. You can even hear him cough. I was going to record it for my version as a tribute. Halfway through the song, you hear him cough before he sings again. You know, this is before auto-tune, before all that stuff. This is real, as I say, real music. And I wanted to say, before I play the song, tomorrow I'm going to have Dave Coram from Rainsong Guitars on. So Dave works at Rainsong Carbon Guitars. And we're going to talk all things carbon fiber guitars, which is very exciting. Please tune in for that and share with your guitar playing friends. As always, it will be available to watch again. But I like having people in the chat simply because we can have more questions. I'm sure you've got questions about carbon fiber guitars. A lot of people have never even played one. So please join us for that, for the Hangout. It'd be awesome. And I'll see if I can ask him about giving something away as well. Maybe a t-shirt or something. That'd be really great, wouldn't it? We'll do another giveaway at the end. So make sure you stick around for the giveaway. All right, I'm going to play the song right now. So let me just say hello to everyone. We've got Patsy Smith in Suffolk, UK. Great place in England. Steve May from Portland, Oregon, who won the strings yesterday. Congratulations. They're on the way to you from Maury's Music. Chris Decker, good friend of mine, helped me with the production of this song, the vocals on the song. He's been helping me criticize the vocals. We have a lot of fun doing that. Becky from New York City, NYC. A friend of mine from Tommy Bahama. So thanks for joining us virtually. Make sure you join us on Friday night at 8 p.m. for a glass of wine and song. And then Patsy Smith telling us how to cut our hair. And JJ House of Jams, welcome. What's exciting? Cutting hair or what? Hi, Sophia. Sophia's a good friend of Henning's I met at NAMM. I want to ask Henning to come on here and do a live interview with me. I want to interview him about his life in music. Do you think he would do that? I need to message him today because tomorrow I've got Dave from Rainsong. Feels like every other day I'm going to try and interview someone on here. So I'll reach out to Henning. I wonder if he would do that for me. We'll see. If he doesn't, it's fine, but I'm going to ask him anyway. Orange County, California. How is that out there? Did you go to NAMM? NAMM was in Orange County, California. That's where I met Sophia and Henning. All right. So basically, recap. I'm now going to play the song. And tomorrow, Rainsong Guitars, 4 p.m. Please come, please share. And I'll play the song now. I'll come back after the song to get your feedback. Please be nice. Remember, this is a work in progress. This is the demo. Oh, Dave's here. Yeah, hey, Dave. So stick around, Dave, because as soon as I log off, we're going to do a test call, right? And we won't stream that. We're just going to test it. This is great. I've known Dave for a while because I had a Rainsong a few years ago and we chatted then. I met him at NAMM. The NAMM just went. I helped him out at the stand. And they've just sent me a guitar to promote, the one I've had on the show. And that's going down really well. So with Dave, we're going to talk about... I talked about my guitar the other day, how it's made and everything. But Dave's going to tell us in detail how they make the guitars, the history of the company, the benefits, the pros and cons of carbon fiber. We're really going to get into it. And I'm going to invite people in here to ask their questions. Yeah, Sophia, you can tell him that I'm going to be messaging him. I just hope he keeps it clean and sensible. Nah, he won't do that, right? That's fine though. We love Henning. I was at Nam. I thought, okay, cool. It was very hectic. Yeah, I can't believe it. Just 2 months ago, we were at Nam. Isn't that crazy? And now we're at home. But I really had a great time there. I really did. My friend Tom Murray. Why can't he join us? He just messaged me on Facebook and said he's too late. I'm going to say, come now. Ex-student of mine from London. It's amazing who we catch up with in these times, isn't it? Now we have time to call people. Yeah, thanks, Chris. He just gave it away. I was going to say this is one take. Well, I'm going to play you. Okay, this is how you record vocals, because I know there's some musicians on here, right? So you load up Logic or your DAW, your digital audio workstation. You put a click track on because you want to record to a click, so then later you can edit it and it will stay in time. You have to record to a click if you're going to edit the track, okay? So you put a click on. We found the click of the original. Will sent me the files on Dropbox of his guitars, and I put them straight in. Then I recorded the vocal. Now, the way to record a vocal is I didn't want to auto-tune because you can really hear some of my covers in the past have been criticized for having too much auto-tune. I've like manually adjusted the notes on the computer, and you can kind of hear it. So I get that. So what I did this time is I just recorded the whole song like 10 times. Then you can highlight each one for the best part of each one. It makes one new one. It's called comping. That's a great way to do it because you can do like 20 takes, 20 versions, and then take the best part from each one. Henning might be asleep. No, he should be up right now. I don't know if he's an early sleeper. So you put the best part of each track. Actually, maybe Henning will be on my song. No, he won't. He won't do a cover, right? That's fine. It's country music anyway. So you put the best part of each track from the vocal onto a new one. So I did that, made a whole track, was pretty happy with it, sent it to Chris. He said, "Why are you rushing?" Okay, fine. Next day I did the whole thing again. I realized that over the years, I played this song many times, like lots of times, and I realized that I hadn't really listened to it in a long time, and I was singing it wrong. Not wrong, but not like Kenny. So then what I did is I listened to the original version several times and tried it again. It was better. I then found an isolated vocal of Kenny Rogers on YouTube where you just hear his voice. And I listened to that. And I would then go back through it and then change each part individually. The problem with that is, although you can really nail each part, is that you're kind of doing it bit by bit and it doesn't have very much consistency. So then I did the whole thing again and again. And then I went back through again and patched things in and redid. So I did like 158. Did this 158 times. I must have done this for 5 hours. Hi, Tom. How you doing, buddy? This is great. Great to catch up with old friends again. Tom's from London. Yep. How you doing, Tom? How is it over there? Is it okay? Are you at home? So, yeah, it's been great, and it's been a great experience. Tom does a lot of recording. Tell us, Tom, how do you record vocals? You just record it like many times and they take the best of each. And then when you finish it and you finally get it where you want it to be, then you can tune it a little bit if you need to. And let's face it, now everyone tunes everything. Probably too much. I want this song to be not overly done. And indeed, we're not in a huge studio. We're doing this from home. I want to keep that kind of organic, real feel to the song if I can. But of course, we're going to tune it a little bit. We want it to sound as good as it can without being overly produced because it's a country song after all. All right, we've got 11 viewers now, so I'm going to play the song. I'm going to black out my screen so you won't see me. You'll just hear the song and I'll come back and we'll just discuss it briefly, see what you think of it. And yeah, and if you've got any questions about recording or anything else, just put them in the chat and we'll discuss it when I come back. So here we go. Are you sitting comfortably? Let me turn off my camera. Bring on the text. Make sure I spelt it correctly. Yes, I did. All right, here we go. This is The Gambler. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, what happened? Oh, there's no audio? Okay, right. No problem. This is a new thing for me to play music live, a stream on the stream. I'm going to play, just test it then. You tell me if you can hear it, because I think it might have just been in my headphones and not on your speakers. Hang on, let me try this. Let me just try this. Hang on. Did you hear nothing at all? Oh, my mic is still on. Okay, so I better turn my mic off. Okay, so I'll turn the mic off. Did you hear any of the song? Oh, all right, not to worry. I can fix this. Don't worry. I got it. By the way, feel free to text me on my phone anytime, friends that have my number, and if there's ever a problem, because I do get my text and it doesn't interfere or anything. All right, what I had there was, let me just see. It's fine. I got it. And just tell me if you hear it, okay? Because I think what I had there is only in my headphones. Let me just bring it onto an. All right, how's this? On a train bound for nowhere, I met up with the gang. Can you hear that? We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, was that really quiet? It's weird because on the track on the screen it's at regular volume, but on the audio interface display it's not as loud as this. It's kind of quiet. I might have to like run it into a mixer and boost it up. Just thinking if there's anything I can do about that. I'll just try one more time. Hang on. Let me just try one more time on the live. If not, it might not work. It might be an option I've missed. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with the gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind my saying, I can see your outer bases. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet. Yeah, hang on. His face lost all expression. Said, if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away, knowing what to keep, 'cause every hand's a winner. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with the gambler. What is going on? Why is that? On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with the gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind my saying, I can see you're out of bases. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away, knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser, and the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. When he finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, crossed out his cigarette, faded off to sleep. But somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. And in his final words, I found an ace that I could keep. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. One, two, 1, 2. Okay, I'm back again. So what happened there? Because it was weird, because the display on OBS, the software I used to stream, said it was fine, but then the audio interface said it was low. So the only way I could do that, turn that up, was to turn up the interface. That fixed the problem. But then once I turned the microphone off, the audio interface went off as well. It's almost like the mic was connected to the interface. I don't know, I have to Google that, see what's going on. Can you tell me, any time there, did the volume drop? Or was that entire thing fine all the way through? And and you said there's no picture. I deliberately turned the camera off to just have the text on there. Let me read your comments then. Okay. This is the Martin. This is the Martin latest one. No, that wasn't me. That was Will Cragg, as I said before. I'm not sure. Yeah, Andrew, I had the camera off. I don't want you to watch me while I listen to my own song, because I'm either going to be like this, or like this, all nervous. So I just turned it off. So, yeah, that was Will Cragg, and on the video he sent me, it's a Taylor. I don't know if he played a Taylor. I need to ask him, but that was a friend of mine playing guitar, so he recorded that. I did the vocals. What's your deal with panning, double tracking? That's just one vocal. That's it. Some EQ and reverb, which obviously won't be there when the guy mixes it. He'll do that himself. So that was just over 100 takes, put together, the best parts, redone. I didn't sing it 150 times. I sang it like, sometimes I went back and just did one line again, but many times. And rather than delete stuff, I left it all. So my computer was like this long with that stuff. It was kind of a mess, and it still is, but I'm pretty happy with the result. Okay. I like this. No picture. Yeah, I turned it off. I should probably put that on there. The screen is off for a reason. You saw the text, right? The gambler. Reverb's good. That's from Logic. The electric guitars in there are just Logic plugin, but we might have them. We might get them raw and then reprocess them with Helix or Headrush, because the guy doing production uses Headrush. Hi Lee, thanks for joining us again. Appreciate it. Andrew Reynolds. Yeah, like I said, had the camera off. I figured out now how to like turn the camera off, switch cameras in OBS. That's good. Just got to figure out that audio thing. I'm glad I could play it, and I wanted to hear it too. But, you know, for example, if I've got a sound effect here. If I play this, do you hear it at good volume? Look, check this out. Like, is that loud to you? Is that louder than the music was? When I listen back to this recording, I'll be able to figure that out. But yeah, I need to figure out what's happening with that audio. Okay, let me see. Great playing. Yeah, Will is a great guitarist. He really is, and a great guy too. Love the vocal. Reminds you of nights out on the west coast of Ireland last year. Yep. Well, it's actually a song from. It's a song. I think the person that wrote that is from Nashville. Well, around Nashville. He lived in Nashville, but it's certainly very country, isn't it? I can see why. Yeah, I used to play that in Irish pubs too, and pretend it was an Irish song. Recording volume was fine all the time. Good, because I had a problem in the middle. I thought you might lose some, but you didn't. That's good. Entire thing was fine. Good. Remember, that's just a demo. It's a work in progress. I just wanted to share it with you because I'm having a good time doing it. But I'll tell you what, it's exhausting. I slept so well yesterday. I'm not complaining, but yesterday I did a podcast with a friend of mine. I had Maury on for like an hour and a half, and I recorded that song all day long. And need to rest the old voice today. I joined late. I thought you were singing live. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, I was just playing the song. Next time I put a message on there that the camera is off. Maybe there's a bus thing in the mixing which feeds it low with respect to the mic. Yeah, there's probably something within the settings here to adjust. I need to figure that out. Google is your friend with these issues. Most things I've learned on OBS is from Google. Isn't Google wonderful? Grew up with that song. Good. I hope you'll share it when we finish it. We're going to make a video for it too. Rain. Rain? Oh, no, it's not rain. That's applause. Oh, so that's faint too. Oh, okay, let me just play it one more time. I want to see what's happening with these sounds. Yeah, I think I know what's happening. In my headphones, that's really loud and almost too loud. But on the audio interface display for my main volume, it's not loud. So I need to figure out how to make those sounds louder without being louder in my ears. Or maybe what I'm seeing on the screen is what I'm hearing, and then what you're hearing is that. I don't know. I need to figure it out. IHOP. What's IHOP got? I'm so confused. What made you leave the UK for the US? Just a nice change. Oh, IHOP. Yeah. Well, I do like IHOP. Who doesn't? The sound effect you tried. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I need to figure out those sounds. I'm glad I discovered that now. That won't affect the other streams. It's simply if you want to play audio while you're streaming like that, I need to figure out how to make that louder. If I do, I'll let you know how to do it in case you want to stream as well. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm quite impressed and knock on wood, I'm impressed at the lack of problems I have had, because when you stream like this at 1080 over the internet right now, everyone's online. It can be I'm surprised it works as well as it does. I had some problems trying to use other like multi-cameras, which is fair enough. That's a lot of data you're sending. But I do want to play audio sometimes, so I want to figure that out. Ask him again. Ask me what? Anyway, I'm very happy with how that's coming along, and I spent a lot of time on it. So we're going to figure out the drums next, and then the bass, and then the backing vocals, and then mix it and make a video. So it might be a week or two. I might do another preview once we've got the drums and bass on there, in a few days and keep you updated. And then once it's finished with the video, I'll ask you if you would mind sharing it with all your friends and asking them to send it around, because it'd be nice to get some views on all my friends' hard work, you know. Okay, awesome. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. And thank you for the feedback with the levels. I'll try and fix that out for the future. Just so I know, though, this is fine, right? The actual mic is fine. Because, again, it says audio interface is healthy on here. So I might even start playing music and stuff through a mixer or something so I can set it to this. Or maybe it might even be my actual interface. I need to figure that out. But, yeah, the song is in progress, and hope you like it. Tomorrow, 4 p.m., Rain Song Guitars with Dave Coram. I'm really excited for that one. It's going to be really fun. If you like guitars and got friends that like guitars, please invite them. The more questions I have, the better. And there's a lot of questions about carbon fiber guitars, because have you even played a carbon fiber guitar? And I'm sure you have questions about, like, how is the sound different? What are the pros and cons of carbon fiber opposed to wood? So please join me for that. Mic is fine. Good. Yeah, I thought it was. And yesterday, the audio with Maury was fine too, right? I can't remember now where that was on the screen itself. But the sound was fine yesterday, wasn't it, with Maury? Anyway, doesn't matter. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Have a great night. Be well. And thank you for your feedback. It really is appreciated. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.